Today's losses have broken all my records. What am I supposed to do now? Seriously, brothers, you all saw it yourselves. I sold everything at the lowest point before the market surged. I cleared out and missed a huge opportunity. Now everyone's been saying the bull market is here, but the moment I jump back in, 2 consecutive days of this madness, it's ruthless. Honestly, I've come to terms with reality. I'm just not cut out for this market. I'm telling you, I've lost 6 figures in just one day, the worst I've ever had. And what's even more frustrating? I sold at the lowest point again today, and right after, the market bounced back. What am I supposed to do with this? How could this happen? Why did this happen? Wasn't the bull market supposed to be here? Today, I've experienced the worst loss ever, down 30%. It's so frustrating. To let the new investors hop on, they've just grounded us seasoned ones into the dirt. 30%. Brothers, my entire portfolio down by 30%. If it was only 10%, I'd laugh it off, but 30%? Unbelievable. Over the holiday, all I did was try to make money, and now I've lost 30% of my full investment just to let the new investors in. This is brutal. I feel like crying, but I can't even cry. Maybe I should try crying. Another investor comforted this man, saying, "Cry it out. I invested $1 million yesterday, and now I'm left with 260,000. We're in the same boat. Yesterday, I didn't sell when I had a chance. Now I've lost 30% too." October 9th, A-shares crashed. The new investors not only missed out on profits, but lost everything. I'm not selling, not a single share. I'm not panicking, even if everything's red. You already took over $1 million from me when I first came in, so go ahead, drop as much as you want. I don't care if it hits the limit down. I'm stuck, and I'm holding on. Nothing's leaving my hands. You think you can force me out? No way. I'll ride this all the way up from the start to the finish. I don't believe we won't hit 6,000 points. I won't sell, even at 4,000 points. I've already gone all in with my 8 properties and 5 eyewear stores. You want me to get out now? No way. There's no getting out now. Another netizen commented, "Another one's gone mad. This market crash hasn't just left people crying or going crazy. Some are standing by windows or on rooftops." This is my last video. If you see another update from me, it means I've succeeded. I borrowed 300,000 yuan without telling my wife. None of them know. This time, I have to make a comeback. If I don't post again, it would mean I've failed, or maybe I've gone to see my grandfather. On October 9th, the second trading day after China's National Day holiday, the previously skyrocketing A-shares saw all 3 major indices sharply decline. By the end of the day, the Shanghai Composite had dropped 6.6% to around 3,200 points, ending its continuous upward streak. The Shenzhen Component Index fell 8%, and the Chi-Nex Index dropped 10.6%, falling below 2,300 points, marking its largest single-day drop since February 2020. Meanwhile, the Beijing 50 Index closed down 12%, its biggest single-day loss ever. Trading volume across the 2 major exchanges was 2.9 trillion yuan, down by 511 billion yuan from the previous trading day. The market saw a widespread decline, with only 295 stocks gaining, while over 5,000 stocks fell. Among them, around 3,200 stocks dropped over 9%, including 854 stocks that hit the limit down. In an instant, retail investors who had rushed into the market were left devastated. It's all over, brothers. It's all over. Today is October 8th. No, wait, it's October 9th. My God, the crash has confused me so much. I don't even know the date anymore. Today, the second day of trading in October, we're down hard. I've lost 140,000 yuan in my account. Everyone says bull markets have wild ups and downs, but this is terrifying. I might need a heart pill after this. Who can handle this? One day, I'm up tens of thousands. The next day, I'm down the same. Everyone's dreaming of a bull market, but I feel like it's already over. I'm completely numb now, brothers. I finally experienced what it means to lose everything. Look, the bull market in 2004 could be measured in years. The one in 2014 could be measured in months. But in 2024, after 10 years of gestation, this baby bull barely lasted 5 days. This is what they mean by losing everything, brothers. Today, I was precisely cut for tens of thousands. The stock market is really brutal. Although the overall index rose by 5% on the 8th, It had initially surged by 10%, meaning that the highest bidders suffered severe losses, and most are now trapped. Data shows that trading volume reached an all-time high of 3.5 trillion yuan, surpassing the US market volumes. By midday, transactions had already exceeded 2 trillion yuan, indicating that the retail investors rushed in, only to be left holding the bag as institutions, large players, and listed companies dumped their shares. Retail investors alone took on over 1 trillion yuan. 1 trillion yuan is significant. For comparison, the Chinese government has announced economic stimulus policies, such as a central bank injecting 1 trillion yuan into banks to resolve bad debts. This was meant to address years of accumulated non-performing loans in state-owned banks. Yet in the stock market, this amount was wiped out in just an hour or two. After the market closed on October 8th, a wave of announcements about stock sell-offs hit. The largest one involved the sell-off of 63 million shares, with some shareholders offering their shares at a 26% discount. While retail investors were scrambling to buy shares at the upper limit, major shareholders of listed companies were dumping their stocks at a heavy discount. Many companies announced their plans to reduce holdings or even clear out their entire holdings, essentially selling off all their shares to cash out. Since September 24th, more than 100 companies have disclosed plans to reduce their stakes, including major firms like Gree Electric. One commentator stated that the quality of listed companies in China's stock market is extremely poor and overvalued. Many companies go public while carrying significant debt, and retail investors end up essentially paying off their debts. On October 9th, Chinese investors suffered severe losses. Many had poured their entire savings into the market, with some even leveraging loans such as business loans, credit loans, or mortgages to buy stocks. Some have said that this time it's not just about exploiting retail investors, but destroying them from the roots. Whether born in the 1980s, 90s, or 60s or 70s, many believed that this was their last chance in life to turn things around, so they rushed in without hesitation, only to face devastating losses. Veteran investors who had been stuck in the market for over a decade were hoping to finally break even, but instead the hole only got deeper. Oh man, what a roller coaster. This morning, by the time the market closed, I had lost 50,000 yuan. But in the afternoon, things turned around and I made back 15,000. But guess what? I didn't sell. And by the end of the day, everything crashed back down again, leaving me with a 40,000 yuan loss. My God, this is just too much. I've never seen a market like this before. Just a while ago, everyone was shouting about the bull market as we shot from 2,600 points to 3,600. Now, in the blink of an eye, we've dropped back down to 3,200. And if it falls another 200 points, we'll be fighting to defend 3,000. Seriously, is our stock market just destined to hover around 3,000? Is 3,000 the barrier we can never break through? The smoke has cleared, and I've had some time to process things. Was this booming bull market really over in just 2 weeks? Thankfully, there was a National Day holiday in between, or it would have been over in 3 or 4 days. I need to check with the brokers. Are people still lining up to get in? I was hoping to ride this wave to the Forbes list, but 2 days later, I'm on the credit blacklist. Soon, I won't even be allowed on a high-speed train. What am I going to do? If things continue like this, I'll be walking to village meetings soon. Today was brutal. I've got 4 stocks that hit the daily limit down, and another 4 down more than 10%. One of my stocks on the Chi-Next board dropped 13%. Nothing is going up, but when it falls, it crashes hard. But that's not even the worst part. The worst part is that I went and bought 2 more blue chip stocks for 130,000 yuan. Now I've got 19 blue chips, and they're all in the red. By the close of trading, I had lost 135,000 yuan. Just when I was about 200,000 yuan away from breaking even, I'm now stuck with 363,000 yuan in losses and a return of negative 14%. Veteran investors who have been navigating the stock market for decades were brought to tears by this latest market crash. Meanwhile, inexperienced newcomers rushed in with hopes of getting rich overnight, only to become lambs to the slaughter.
It's over for me. My whole life is over. I'll never recover from this. Today I lost more than 10,000 yuan again. And that's a few months worth of my salary. How long will I have to work just to make it back? Yesterday, the market looked so good. I thought today might go up just a little. Everyone said the market would open low and climb high. I was going to sell in the morning, but then I thought maybe it would rebound in the afternoon like yesterday. Everyone was saying the same thing, so I held on. Now it feels like the losses are unstoppable and all my stocks have hit the daily limit down. I can't even sell them. I really don't know what to do.
According to online reports, some individuals sold their homes and cars, leveraged up to 50 million yuan, and rushed into the stock market, only to lose 1 million yuan within 5 minutes, and their accounts were wiped out by midday. Of course, many people have also come to a stark realization through the stock market crash. In China, for ordinary people, the dream of getting rich can only be achieved in their sleep. Brothers, this is only my second day trading stocks, and I already feel like I can't handle it. I originally planned to invest 1 million yuan, but thank goodness I had a moment of clarity, and my wife talked me down, so I only put in 500,000. Yesterday, I made 10,000, but today I lost 40,000. So let me tell you, stocks really aren't for regular folks, at least not for beginners like me. Seriously, guys, don't play around with this. Stick to your day jobs and save your money. One netizen commented that the market is controlled by major players, making it impossible for small investors to win. Another sarcastically remarked, "The move was too early, a bit rushed. If they had waited 2 more days before crashing, they could have trapped even more people." Frustrated investors who suffered heavy losses in the market have directed their anger towards several financial influencers. One such influencer, known as Da Lan, who has over 10 million followers on the Chinese TikTok platform, encouraged his followers to sell their homes, take out loans, and go all in on stocks. He even boldly promised that if the market dropped on the 9th, he would live stream himself eating feces. A bunch of cowards are telling me to calm down, but I've waited 10 years for this market rally. You want me to calm down? No way, trust me. The market is going to explode after the holiday. I'm going all in, no holding back. Many netizens were fired up by his words. One even said to his wife, "Honey, after work, go cancel the deposit on the Volkswagen Passat we ordered. I don't care if we get the deposit back or not. Then head back to our hometown and check how much money your parents have left. Gather it all up. Also, go get the deed to our house, and let's mortgage my dad's house too. I'll also see if I can pull some money from friends. Let's see if we can raise 3 to 5 million yuan. Don't ask me why I'm doing this. It's for our future, for our family, so we can have a better life. I only need 2 weeks to turn this around, and soon you'll be driving a BMW, Mercedes, or Audi. Our time has come." By then, the stock market crashed. Many lost everything. People started looking for Da Lan, the financial influencer who had hyped the market. Da Lan, you're a menace. I followed your advice and went all in. All the hard work I did over the past year is gone. Da Lan, come out and face me. Da Lan, you're nothing but a fraud. You said the market would skyrocket. I've never even touched stocks before, but because of you, because you have 10 million followers, I went all in, and now I've lost it all. You said the market would bounce back on the 9th, so I added more to my position, and now it's all gone. And to top it off, you deleted all your previous videos. I don't think you're even a man.
1000多万粉丝的那个大蓝。
Brothers, what are we going to do? The sky is falling. Da Lan, send me your location right now. I'm buying a ticket to Hangzhou to find you. Da Lan, it's all over. According to online reports, Da Lan has fled from Hangzhou to Beijing. Amid the storm of criticism, Da Lan finally responded.
我成功预测了8号股票的大涨。
The more I think about it, the more upset I get. All my previous predictions were spot on, and many of you made a lot of money. But who could have predicted a 10-point gap at the open? This whole situation is ridiculous. A 10-point gap at the open is unprecedented in stock market history. It's less than 1 in 10,000 chance. Since the stock market was established in 1990, over the past 34 years, I've searched all the records, and there's never been a single day with a 10-point gap at the open. The odds of this happening are like having your money taken by aliens. It's not just Da Lan facing backlash. Another influencer, known as Autumn Lover from Shanghai, is also being targeted by angry investors after hyping up the market. Let me tell you this, The bull market is the best opportunity. You have to hold on to your stocks tightly, no matter what. Based on my judgment, I can turn my investments 20 to 30 times in 2 years. This veteran investor said, on the first day after the holiday, the market might come close to hitting the limit up, but it won't stop there. Every broker will rise and all the stocks will hit the upper limit. Now, angry Shanghai investors are retaliating against the Shanghai influencer. Regarding the wild fluctuations in the Chinese stock market, commentators believe that this is a financial trap triggered by the Chinese Communist Party's reckless monetary policies. The goal is to tap into the 147 trillion yuan in savings from the public, injecting it into the real estate and stock markets to extend the regime's survival. On September 24th, the central bank announced a series of large-scale monetary stimulus and support measures for the real estate market, and this money flowed directly into the stock market. According to financial experts, all economic channels in China, real estate, consumption, investment, and infrastructure, can no longer be stimulated. The CCP, at the end of its rope, has resorted to printing money to artificially boost the stock market. This unprecedented policy shift aimed to artificially create a bull market through bank cooperation and loosened leverage. However, the foundation of a strong stock market lies in economic fundamentals, which the CCP has ignored. As expected, just a few days later, on the second trading day after the National Day holiday, the market was in a state of chaos. The CCP's stimulus policies have once again proven to be a failure. Yet the CCP continues to deceive the public, claiming that this downturn is merely a temporary correction and that a major bull market is still on the horizon. On October 9th, Reuters reported that both the Chinese and Hong Kong stock markets fell as investors sought to cash in on recent gains, but the market's momentum waned due to a lack of strong stimulus measures to revive the economy. The question now is, will the Chinese government deploy even stronger stimulus measures to boost the stock market? According to the financial analyst Lao Man, at the end of September, the CCP forcibly initiated a bull market policy, inflating a massive stock market bubble in the midst of an economic downturn. However, under such conditions, the stock market had no real chance of rising. Even with the extreme measure of printing money, it wouldn't have had a direct impact on the market. The Chinese government was desperate to engineer a stock market boom before National Day to save face, mobilizing all media outlets to hype up an artificially created bull market. In just 9 trading days, the Shanghai Composite Index surged almost 37%. Any action that goes against the laws of economics is bound to face consequences. With the collapse of the bull market on October 9th, Lao Man remarked that the Chinese government is now perched on the edge of a volcano. To maintain the bubble, the central bank would need to print 5 trillion yuan, or else the 3 trillion yuan in life savings that the public had frantically poured into the market would vanish into thin air. However, the inflationary effects of injecting 5 trillion yuan into the stock market would be catastrophic. The monetary multiplier effect in the stock market is far greater than in the banking system, at least 10 times, possibly even 20 times. Even at 10 times, that's 50 trillion yuan. Lao Man believes that with China's current 305 trillion yuan money supply, to save an artificially created stock market bubble, expanding the money supply by 16% would be unimaginable. Such a scenario has never occurred in human history.